Hi, I hope you're all doing well. So today we'll be talking about the Gomu Gomu no Mi, otherwise known as the Gum Gum Fruit, which is currently being used by Monkey D. Luffy from Straw Hats. This devil fruit was the first ever devil fruit shown in the series, all the way back at Chapter 1. This also was the first paramecia fruit we got to see, which allowed the user's body to have properties of rubber, which made that body extremely elastic and turned the user into a rubber man, or a rubber human, I should say. The origins of the fruit are unknown, but what we do know is that this fruit was originally obtained from an enemy pirate crew when Shanks and his crew seized their treasures, in which the Gum Gum fruit was left in a treasure casket, due to devil fruits being a rare item to obtain. Luffy then accidentally ate the devil fruit due to being hungry and became a devil fruit user from that day on. Some more information about this fruit are the appearance of the fruit is a nice shade of violet. It's a spherical shaped fruit with a stem sprouting out of the top, and the rest of the fruit is covered with circular S-shaped pattern all around it. So for this part, we'll be talking about strengths and weaknesses, and we'll be starting with strengths. A major strength of this fruit, as demonstrated by Luffy, is that because of the rubber properties of his fruits, this allows him to be as malleable as he wants, as well as being able to stretch his body parts to the extreme, being able to stretch his limbs absurdly far. One of the great perks of this fruit is the user doesn't take much, if any, fall damage due to the rubbery nature of the fruit, and this in turn would either cushion the damage or allows the user to bounce back up. This also makes the user almost entirely immune to blunt attacks, which includes hand-to-hand combat, circular bullets, or even cannonballs. And also, his rubber body can be improved with Aki. But I can go more into detail about that in the video. Thanks to Luffy being a creative genius, his creativity helps him both in and out of combat. And one of such examples is where he twists his body around whilst being pinned in the air and plants his feet back down to the ground, or spinning the enemy away into the distance. And although this fruit may look terrible on paper, to the average individual, this fruit has continuously proven itself to be amongst the most formidable, versatile, and unpredictable within the paramecia class. Due to Luffy being able to stretch and twist like rubber, as far as we know of, this makes Luffy immune to injuries that originate from using ability. This can also allow him to rebound people or projectiles, which gives the user a great advantage in battle both offensively and defensively. A few examples of one ability being shown would be the Gum Gum no Mi Fuson, to either bounce cannonballs off the person's stomach, or allowing people to not take fall damage whilst bouncing off him if they needed to escape the battlefield. And because the user can stretch their body, this allows them to have a whole array of attacks, which which can range from powerful close-range attacks, which can either be turned into a devastating mid-range or long-range attack with insane force. When these abilities are combined with Haki, the attack power is increased drastically. One perk that Luffy didn't realize was his natural rubbery nature would give him insulation properties, which makes Luffy immune to electricity. And this would allow him to attack electricity Logia users without the use of Haki. This would also make Luffy one of a few people who wouldn't be affected by the Minx's electro attack by default. And because Luffy's been training his abilities for over a decade, Luffy has found unexpected ways to increase his fighting ability and potential. And by watching Blue Note using the ability Shave only a few times, this gave Luffy an absurd idea to stretch his blood vessels wider to increase the speed of his blood flow, which allowed him to move extremely fast, which in turn, although Luffy did fix the previous issues of his earlier forms, but because Luffy was overly relying on and overly using Haki in Gear 4th, this would then cause another issue in which he was handicapped and had to hide or rest while his body recovered, and he wouldn't be able to defend himself very well for a while and would possibly need assisted aid before he could use his gears again. Due to this issue, this form is extremely exhausting, and because of this drawback, it's only meant to be used against really strong foes due to the insane drain on the person's Haki. And as of now, we do not know if there is a fix for this flaw, bar maybe improving one's Haki. Although Luffy does make fruit look extremely easy, Luffy didn't always have this capability. Issues were more prominent back in Luffy's youth. He had major issues not being able to control his own ability. He also had a lot of trouble with aiming his attacks. His timing of his attacks was the greatest and needed continuous tweaking. Because of the amount of potential energy stored, these attacks was continually sent spinning around and around by the recoil alone. These weaknesses were overcome by continuous hard work and training. Fixed by the time Luffy was old enough to start adventuring Pirate King. Every single Devil Fruit user suffers from the weakness to water. And some of the other weaknesses would be Sea Prism Stone, Fisherman Karate, and Armament Haki can also damage Devil Fruit users too. If I haven't specified certain things in this video, I'll more than likely go into more depth at a later date, but thank you all for watching, and I'll hope to see you next time.